How low did she go? That is the question being asked about Sinder, the Hellhound Wolf VTuber, recently the subject of allegations regarding betrayal and manipulation. Aruna Reaver showing how they had forgotten to cancel a subscription to Sinder, the management of Aruna taken care by HoloCure, recently tweeting out that they had donated all of their remaining Sinder merchandise, as who is currently also on the hook regarding Sinder merchandise is Novel Horizons, producing this Project Sinder Demon Sinder figure for the pre-order price of $250 and the release date of February of 2026. Novel Horizons giving this update saying, "We have received many requests for this project asking for pre-order cancellations. Under normal circumstances, most of these requests would be outside of our cancellation period / cooldown period, but given the gravity of the situation presented, we've lifted the time limitation to an extent. We can't refund certain orders due to the Afterpay / PayPal limitations. We are offering customers a fully functional, non-expiring gift card for the Horizons merch store." TVS still at this time with an open question to Novel Horizons regarding their business relationship to Horizons merch. Novel Horizons continuing to say for full cashback refunds who are not interested in alternative options, refunds will be looked into on a case-by-case basis with no guarantee. This is why we also have Quandle, described as making VTuber / creator scented merch, jumping in and releasing this, the quote, "It's just business, a candle inspired by recent fiery drama. Smells like a terrible apology, available on the store now." This business being no stranger to taking current VTuber events and turning it into their own merchandise, including recently the release of their Farewell Shark Girl candle. Numerous VTubers that had been working with this company incensed by this treatment of the Sinder event and canceling their business partnership with Quandle, one after another. VKits remarking our talents had been ghosted for months, taking sometimes weeks to respond on updates about their candle products, but only minutes to respond to them pulling out of the program and having them removed from the website. Also now speaking further on the Sinder topic is Silvervale, revealing her interactions with Sinder from over 4 years ago and how it was not a positive experience.
Like, I got weird vibes ever since, like, I guess where it all started. She had this fan art of me and her, and she made a ship tag, Cindervale. She's the one that came up with that art tag. And she talked about how close our designs were, and that she wanted to be wolf girls together. And it was so strange because I didn't know this person. Like, she just came out of nowhere. And the art was sweet, but I didn't want to retweet that. Like, I don't want to push a ship tag. And what was really weird is, so my mom retweets tons of art of me, and she didn't retweet that one. So Cinder's manager messaged Yoshi. I don't know why they messaged Yoshi. Maybe because they didn't want to message my mom. But they messaged Yoshi asking why my mom didn't retweet the art. Which is such a weird thing to do. Like, what? Why is that just expected? And, like, if that's being the first thing you do, like, that really shows that your whole goal is just social media attraction, which is what people do. Like, that's why artists make art with streamers. And, you know, like, I get that that's why, but that's so f***ed up. So this is from the Wayback Machine, but that's the original tweet that she made. And she started the Cindervale tag and said that she wants us to be part of the same wolf pack someday. And imagine seeing that from someone you don't know, who has been posting art of them with people they don't know for weeks and really feeling uncomfortable about it. So it was really creepy and very weird and uncomfortable. My mom was like, I don't know what to do about this. She was really, really stressed and really anxious. And I was really stressed and anxious. I think it went on for a couple days. not being sure what to do, because if I didn't reply to it, it looked suspicious. I don't know. Weird that I wasn't replying to it. The whole thing was, it was very stressful. It was very weird, and it came out of nowhere. It was really uncomfortable. And I think some people were wondering like why I didn't talk to her about it. I did actually message her about it. And I told her that the ship tag made me uncomfortable. After my mom was messaging me, it was super uncomfortable. And after her manager had her manager reached out to Yoichi. I don't know why. I think some people were also confused, thinking that it was Yoichi's art. It wasn't Yoichi's art. Her manager had just messaged Yoichi because he knew that I was friends with Yoichi, which is also very strange. I don't know why they didn't just ask me or my mom. Maybe that in their mind came off as too cloudy, but what they were doing was they knew what they were doing. It was very calculated. Everything was calculated for the sole goal of getting interactions to grow. And I didn't want Yoichi to have to deal with it. I didn't want my mom to have to deal with it. It was very uncomfortable. It was very stressful. I get stressed very easily, and it hits me really hard. I messaged her on Twitter, and I reached out and told her that I was super uncomfortable with the ship tag, and I didn't want to interact with it, and it was very uncomfortable for me because I didn't know her. And she was like, "Oh my god, sorry. I totally didn't mean it to come off that way," but she did. But she knew that the only way for me to interact with it and get those clicks that she wanted on that tweet would be if she deleted it and reposted it without the ship tag, which is what she did. So I commented on that art like she wanted me to, because I didn't want it to escalate.
Silvervale later tweeting out, "We hit 50,000 followers on Twitch. Thank you so much. I've always just wanted to make people happy, encourage them to become their best selves, and provide a cozy place to call home." Also speaking further on the Sinder topic is Vienna, not only a part of the Girly Pops group that included Sinder, but also the subunit Boss Rush. Vienna taking to stream to say how others were mad at her for, in their view, not being mad enough at Sinder.
Okay, I was asked whether I was gonna say something because almost all my friends have. I wouldn't be able to stream for a while because my CPU died, so like I can't even use my model or it will crash. I'm doing this because a lot of people are asking me why I wasn't saying anything. It was obviously very blindsiding to everybody. I think I was almost the very last person to find out. I don't know, but I really did not have a lot of time to process, but obviously my goal in anything is to support everyone as best as I can. And that's all I can ever really muster in these situations is how can I help? I myself have been feeling pretty hurt and confused. I also feel kind of stupid because unlike a lot of people, I did not notice that things seemed that there were problems. Like I really thought that everything was good and this was a great, long-lasting friendship and that everything was going well, and I was so happy for all the cool stuff we were doing. I got a lot of hate for like not being angry enough in my posts, when I don't think people understand how hard this was for everybody. And we're all our own people and process things differently. Like, I want to say that we all had so much love for Sinder, and it hurts me to think what she might be feeling right now too, because what's going on is insane. I've seen horrible, horrible things said and directed at her by people completely unrelated to anything. Like, you can agree with something needed to change and something being necessary, but I definitely don't condone, and I don't think any of us condone some of the things that are being done and said. I got a lot of criticism on Twitter for commenting that I believe that like mistakes are mistakes and people can grow. It might take as long as anyone could imagine, but it is possible to grow and learn, and whether someone deserves the time to do that, that's not my decision, but I wanted to express that. And the people calling that are upset at me for not being harsh enough on Twitter, like, is losing all of your friends and having the world thrown at you, like not enough punishment? Like, do y'all really need me to come out and start ripping and like drawing blood too? Like, I let the people who need to be angry be angry. I let the people who need to cry cry. I let the people who need to rip. People just want to see like more blood when there's already plenty blood. Like, I don't need to add more blood, you know? Like, can't we all just process things the way that we process things, because we're just people? But I don't wish harm on anyone, especially not my own friends. Like, people telling me that I was betraying my own friends by like just expressing how I felt, like that this whole thing made me sad. Like, yeah, that sucked. Like, you guys have no idea how much love I have for my friends.
And also further on this subject, we turn to legal mindset, looking over the Sinder topic and providing details into what could lead to a court case.
So let me talk about this. This is a really important point here. You can have exclusivity contracts. So it is possible for you to have what's called an exclusivity contract, meaning you are the exclusive vendor for somebody. So if you are a quote unquote free artist, you could sign an exclusivity contract with them. However, you better ask them for a ton of money. They better be paying you well in writing, and it's signed, right? You can have that. That is possible. You can do that. A lot of people think a contract has to be some sort of formal contract. It does not. It can be just an understanding based on a conversation. Yeah, you're right. I'll talk to her. We'll also close the model inquiry opening. That was a mistake. Tortious interference. And here's the other thing too. People are trying to say, oh, well, Sinder didn't say it. Here's what I've been saying in the VTuber community for over a year. And here's the thing that nobody's been listening to me on. And I'm going to call it out right now, because this is the reason why Sinder is 100% implicated, because this is the manager. And when you call somebody a manager, you are giving them agency and authority. So any action a manager takes is as if it is an extension of the VTuber. The manager is your agent. That is your action. You are responsible for that. So everything Redacted does, Sinder is 100% legally on the line for. And this actually may make people think I'm siding with Redacted, but listen, hear me out here. What they're trying to do in a very clumsy way is negotiate an exclusivity contract. It's not illegal to have an exclusivity contract. So it isn't illegal for them to say, hey, I want you to be my exclusive artist. That is not illegal. However, it looks really bad. The optics of it don't look good. And obviously it's going to piss people off. All this bow talk was completely unnecessary to sign an exclusivity contract. You don't need to explain any of that. All that did was open them up more. They just needed to say, we want an exclusivity contract and don't talk about it. Your personal feelings or drama or whatever else was not really necessary to sign an exclusivity contract. To say hijack and use some of that language, like you're accusing her of theft of a YouTube editor, and picking up artists we work with, that's called the artists that you work with getting popular. That means they're good. So that's what we got. What do we got from the claims? Okay. Well, honestly, the one that was clearest to me based on the evidence was Bao, because there was a existing contract, there was a breach, there was clearly a damage there. So actually Bao, from a legal standpoint, had the clearest breach. There's some stuff that happened out there that some people could say might be defamation, but the problem with defamation is they didn't put this information out there publicly themselves. They didn't intend to publicize this. This was something that was leaked, right? So I think the liability, once again, Sinder and Redacted, anything that Redacted is responsible for can go on Sinder.
Further impacted by this, of course, was Shy Lily on stream, recently experiencing a level 40 hype train and now celebrating 1.5 million followers on Twitch.tv. Lily saying, "Thank you for everything. You are my world." Chibidoki recently providing this artwork on Twitter of Lily, and also along with that, a funny story saying, "I raised money to start streaming / VTubing by doing like $105 art commissions. So that's why I have a lot of love for artists. It's rough out there." This all also bringing us over to Bao the Whale, celebrating her very own level 48 hype train, remarking, "We beat the hype train level out of literally nowhere. Unplanned, no subathon, no Twitch discount, just straight raw dogged to level 48. Bao also celebrating 600,000 followers on Twitch.tv. And recently after her performance regarding the 2.5 anniversary for Nikkei concert, Bao would say, "Thank you so much for watching our concert. I'm still in disbelief at the overwhelming love and support my friends and the community showed last night. I really do feel unbreakable." Further in the wake of this, we have Spite, the Cyberpop waifu, here with a new model debut, promising this reveal on Saturday, May 10th at 10 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific, while further Cottontail VA, celebrating their first 1 million listens on Spotify, remarking, "This means a lot to me. I've always wanted to sing, and this level of support pushes me to keep making music." Next, we have my wonderful character illustrator, Momote, this artist streamer recently debuting their brand new model, showing off their evolution over the years and saying, "I can finally post this fully. I'm so proud of how my art has grown so far." Momo also recently meeting up with Nano IRL and saying, "I'm with my wife." And speaking of Momos, we have MomoCon, this May 22nd through May 25th event, sharing that Neon Haven is an immersive, soft, cyberpunk-themed environment welcoming VTuber and anime fans. Check out some of your favorite VTubers during all 4 days of MomoCon. Momo remarking, "I will be participating in a virtual meet and greet at MomoCon. Sadly, I can't go in person, but I promise next time I will try my best." All the while, we're turning back to the highly controversial Spanish VTuber agency, Owozu, over the last year being the subject of numerous allegations and accusations, having nearly their entire roster of VTubers leave. Owozu now giving this update: for almost a year and a half, Owozu has been awaiting the completion of a legal process that concluded today in the court with the dismissal of all the plaintiffs' claims. This particular course taking place in a Chilean court. Owozu continuing, the judge in charge of the case dismissed all allegations against Owozu. These dismissals of the plaintiff's claims were based on contradictory testimony or statements from the plaintiff and witnesses, in addition to quote-unquote statements from the plaintiff herself that cannot be attributed any significant probative value. Owozu has been the target of a campaign of harassment and public discredit since the beginning of this process, driven by the interest of individuals who have exploited the good faith of their audience and professional colleagues to gather support for a discrediting campaign. Therefore, we will not initiate legal proceedings against third parties who have believed or accepted the testimony that a court today found to be contradictory and lacking in evidence. We are grateful to those who have been able to wait for the final outcome of this process and who are as eager as we are for the next news we have to give them. We recommend avoiding disseminating information to those who seek to distort or use their media power to manipulate their audience with fictitious victories that have no business being a public institution with information accessible and verifiable worldwide. This, as Owozu manager Drakeout would also remark, "They tried to ruin my life. They spent a year and a half using their public live broadcasts and interviews to speak ill of me, and now that the public verdict is public for everyone to read, that they lied and made everything up, will they come out and apologize, or will they continue with the lie? Owozu was never the bad guy, and the people they sent to tie me up and others were ultimately attacking the real victims." Drakeout adding, "They spent a year and a half trying to spread as much hate as possible so that when they lost, no one would believe us. I hope all the channels that tried to ruin our lives at their request rectify the videos they made." All the while, one of their previous and incredibly popular VTubers, Raccoon, would host an X Space that alongside Nene, who was the central subject of this recent court case. Raccoon in this space confirming this was not a civil suit or a lawsuit of workplace harassment, but instead a labor lawsuit consisting of proving a working relationship between Nene and Owozu. Raccoon clarifying this is the first lawsuit, while there is actually a second international lawsuit against Owozu still underway. Nene also clarifying that this was the first trial as they are a Chilean citizen, and the other VTubers involved are part of a collective international lawsuit. Nene also wishing to correct that this is about, quote, a ruling regarding all the allegations against Owozu. Nene remarking this is is erroneous, and that this is just simply about the lawsuit between her and Owazu, adding that this outcome is being evaluated by her lawyers, and they do intend to appeal, meaning this lawsuit potentially isn't even over, stating further that she still believes Owazu owes her money, and that there was in fact a very bad agreement between the two. As very quickly next, we have Nino sharing this. I literally just woke up and see my channel got taken down for scams when I'm just a VTuber who plays games and sings covers from time to time. YouTube sending Nino this deceptive practices and scams policy notice, remarking they found severe and repeated violations of this policy on the channel, and the channel has been removed due to this finding. Nino adding, kind of scared to appeal as I've seen these bots just deny it straight away sometimes. Also, continuing to have issues with YouTube is Nene Amano, receiving this ruling from YouTube saying after manually reviewing your video, we confirmed that it isn't suitable for all advertisers. Nene saying on Twitter, I think YouTube didn't like the picture of women putting on liquid tights during the 1940s I showed yesterday, which is crazy because I was showing it for educational purposes only and it wasn't even anything crazy. As who is also arguably educational is Shibi Cottonbomb of Via Lure, sharing this notice from YouTube saying it looks like ASMR bullied by the popular girl didn't follow community guidelines. Shibi remarking, I always knew I was going to get a YouTube community warning on my tamest ASMR. YouTube going on to deny the appeal. Shibi saying, I appealed and did the training and YouTube still said it violated the policy. It does not violate the policy. It is a roleplay stream where I chew gum and ask if they like anime and video games and call them weird. YouTube, please have a person actually review the video. I only just appealed and got this back so quick. Further having issues with the platform is Nia Suzune, asking, did I do something wrong? Receiving this notice from YouTube, your upcoming payment for the earnings period is currently on hold while we review your recent channel activity. Nia saying further, thinking of streaming on Twitch for a while, 60 days, so I get nothing at all until then. And on the subject of Twitch.tv, we also have Leizu Shen, this cursed thunder dragon here, receiving a scam. The scammers knowing so many streamers are being suspended on Twitch, they're sending out fake emails and asking for usernames and passwords. As experiencing one of those suspensions was FaZe Connect's NASA, simply stating my Twitch account has been suspended. I'm so frustrated that I can't comment on everyone's stream. And speaking of FaZe Connect, they have 3 brand new invaders as of this past weekend. One of those being the head archivist and historian Cleo Aite, a VTuber name that I've always been correctly pronunciating. That as we have official artwork here from Tefish, Cleo's debut being reacted here from Kamachi Ponko, remarking she's literally my mother. Oh, while Mako Fukasame would share this particular look of Cleo's. Cleo, for their debut, employing the Budapest Scoring Orchestra for their theme. This VTuber further sharing, in my own personal hell, my roomies are watching the debut on the big TV, and I can hear my own voice from the other side of the house. Some longtime viewers noticing this tweet all the way back from October 6th of 2023. Cleo receiving a Maro asking, when are you joining FaZe? Cleo taking to Twitter at the time saying, I have never publicly posted a Maro before, but I have been getting this a lot lately, and I just felt the need to say this clearly. Please don't ask me this. I assume it comes from a well-meaning place, and I am flattered, but instead of bothering streamers you like with this, you should put this energy to supporting the existing members of FaZe Connect instead. This now existing member of FaZe Connect sharing this message from their CEO, Sakura, remarking, OMG, you are autistic, you will fit right in. Near the end of March, we had this artwork from Nad saying, I don't know if this explains it, but every time I see Cleo in my feed, it's always like this. The other VTuber in that artwork, of course, being Pipkin Pippa of FaZe Connect, reacting to the reveal of the FaZe Invaders question as legendary lineup. All the while, Luid would share the secret bonus item everyone purchased with their Pippadaki is ... Luid going on to ask, now, how do I apply for witness protection? That is, there's nothing to protect us from Mari Mari. Her character illustrator remarking on her FaZe Connect debut, too cute, mommy goes crazy. All while Steph would share this character development of Mari Mari. All the while, we had this poll asking which new invader will yab first. Mari Mari receiving 83% of that poll's results after 2,500 votes. Vyoshi also updating us, surprise Fencels, we have some extra Mari Mari Fumos available before they are gone for good. Stock is extremely limited though, so nab yours now. Well, next we have this user, I have to bear this cross. Earlier on Discord saying, it ain't Mari, bro. I'll suck my own D if it's Mari. It's just not happening. Mari responding to that with, go on. All the while, while, she would go on to share her reference sheet, adding, "We've graciously provided a reference for the innerwear if the entire princess getup is too intimidating." Mari also sharing her NSFW tag, which is very, very active. As further active with FaZe is EP Sleepy. This tacked cute elf having the reference sheet posted by their character illustrator. Ayami here saying, "I became Sleepy's mama from FaZe Connect's FaZe Invaders quest." Yes, this particular character illustrator has become very adept at giving us elf tubers. Ayami further sharing, "How sweet of daughter Mint. Today I'm not blocked on Discord, so happy." Mint Phantom trying to beat the allegations and saying, "I do not block you." As back to Sleepy, it appears we've got a new champion. Rooney Ruse of FaZe Connect seeing that design and saying, "Thank God girls can't be perverts because Sleepy's belly button is..." All the while, Sleepy would share, "Already fired after my debut stream." Taking this screenshot and showing that redirect privileges on YouTube were not provided by FaZe Connect. This coffee company masquerading as a VTuber agency, of course, releasing brand new coffee for the 3 new members, and alongside acrylic panels and standees. Pre-orders for those close on June 3rd. As he picks here with this artwork saying, "Here's a little something to celebrate FaZe Connect's latest newcomers. I've enjoyed watching their debuts." Himemiya Rie here asking, "Why am I freaky?" Chisaki Irie responding to her with, "Ask yourself this first." Irie further sharing this screenshot from a crazed stalker known only as Burr, this mysterious blue bear figure, saying to her, "I saw your boobs are huge. I remember being in between your boobs. Are you sending boobs?" All the while, we have this Paint Co. artwork from Steph saying, "Be strong, boss." Machi Ponko of FaZe Connect replying to that artwork with, "Thank you for understanding my suffering," remarking on the collective loss that we all have experienced as Galgura of HoloLive English has now graduated from the agency. This leading to the talent image on the HoloLive homepage for HoloLive English changing from Gura to Mori Calliope. Mori Calliope also taking Gura's place in the HoloLive Cheer Up series, promising a fun run on November 22nd and a pop-up cafe from October 18th to December 6th. Callie also sharing this, the top geographies of her YouTube channel from the past 28 days, with users from the United States and Japan almost equaling one another. Callie going on to thank her JP Bro fans, as another fan would share upon trying to order the Mori Calliope Birthday Celebration 2025 merch, and further remarking, "So I'm starting to think I can't afford HoloLive merch anymore." Showing that for an $80 item alongside a $30 item, that totaling $110, HoloLive site charging $35 in shipping and $201 on duties alongside nearly $10 in tax for a total of $356 US. Callie replying directly to this, to that user, and saying, "We're so sorry about this. We really wish something could be done. Please never feel that you have to buy our merch. I'm happy just to have y'all's support watching my streams and enjoying my music." Longtime business partner of HoloLive, Geek Jack, also sending out these tweets, reading important notice considering the impact of higher tariffs. Geek Jack has decided to temporarily suspend shipments to the United States for orders including products originating from China. The next day stating, "In order to prevent customers from paying excessive customs duties, we have decided to temporarily suspend the prepayment of customs duties at the time of purchase only for orders addressed to the United States." This all while HoloLive is releasing loads of merchandise, including the HoloLive English Enigmatic Recollection Chapter 2 commemoration merch, all of the recent Shiori Novella Birthday Celebration 2025 merch, which yes, does include a booty keychain, and also releasing Fuumoko 1 million subscriber celebration merchandise, complete with an Oshi bag. Other VTubers like Socks VTuber agencies, Kamazol Corzette, sharing, "Guess I won't be getting this," ordering Mori Calliope merchandise, and being given a $316 charge. Meanwhile, Hikanari Hina of FaZe Connect sharing, "I forgot to place my order earlier, trying for Koseki Biju birthday celebration merch, and being given a $177 bill." Fuumoko seeing posts like this and sharing, "Thank you, ruffians. We know things are very rough with the cost of duties plus shipping to certain countries. The last thing we want is for you to be sad due to things outside of your control, so please don't let it get you down. There will be more exciting merch. Bow bow." All the while, also with HoloLive Indonesia, we have Irani U15. Yofi seeing this tweet, define quote-unquote deserve better, and quote retweeting that with HoloID. "We want Nindoroids. We want HoloID concert." Saying further, "Should we wait for our 10th anniversary? At this point, I'll make the figure myself. Just you wait. Muna Hoshinova of Hololive Indonesia giving support to Eofi. Eofi responding right back, I hope you get more opportunities. This is why we have the opportunity to speak about Nerissa Ravencroft of Hololive English, releasing a brand new cover of Take My Revolution alongside Elizabeth Rose Bloodflame, all while Laplace Darkness of Hololive Japan would share this interaction between herself and Nerissa, remarking, Nerissa is my master. Nerissa asking Laplace, you need an English tutor? Laplace responding, I want you to teach me English while bullying me. I'm enjoys being teased. Nerissa providing a voice file and Laplace responding, okay, you are God. Das Doctor also capturing this response between the two. Nerissa saying to Laplace, keep up with your studies or else. Laplace responding, yes, I am your dog. That moment further captured by Keen Biscuit. Oh, while we have the animator and HoloCure dev, K, providing this screenshot and giving it the name of Project Exodus _leak.jpg. Further saying, I wanted to make sure each of my games had its own distinct look to its visual style so that each of them could stand out from each other. As further standing out right now is a brand new original song from 4 Hololive English members for the upcoming Enigmatic Recollection Chapter 2 event. It's entitled Monster, performed by Ina, Shiori, Gigi, and Karoni. Hololive further hyping up this event, saying we've launched a new webpage for EN Reco. Check it out and get ready for the opening event. And further underlining this point that perhaps needs to be heard by many or a few. Hololive saying EN Reco is a role-playing live stream project where talents bring characters to life in the world of EN Reco. Remember, every action and word belongs to the characters, not the talents themselves. Think of it like improv theater or a movie, but live and unscripted. A few Hololive English members receiving some odd responses on Twitter as to how they performed in Reco. These users apparently unable to separate this improv from the actual VTubers themselves. This all while we have been separated from Nanashi Mumei for over a week now, having been graduated also from the Hololive English agency. And thankfully, after 6 days, her final graduation stream has returned to YouTube. It's originally being blocked from SME, that being Sony Music Entertainment. Ami also recently holding a figure exhibition, complete with the remaining members of Holo Promise, that being Iris, Crony, and Bay, but Mumei's Nendo Roid prototype being nowhere to be seen. Mumei before her graduation saying that she was under the impression her Nendo would be released, seemingly at this time not on display. This all while the Rat is on display, and of course being Haycos Bells, now celebrating 10 million views on her original song Play Dice. And while this Rat tuber's legs have a difficult time reaching the ground, her ears can be seen here reaching into the sky. Tobin Jacobs sharing, I made a 40-foot tall cutout of Haycos Bells. The artwork was by Bluefield, who was kind enough to let me use it. I'm going to start making more insanely big cutouts like this pretty soon. Tobin Jacobs further sharing, this is so ominous, the 2 moons in the hallway. Further asking of these Nimi cutouts, what do I do with all of them, bro? Alongside, at 15 feet tall, she's very intimidating. Kibidoki here saying, I have entered the 3D realm, run. All while we were running to see what Nimi Nightmare had in store. Amona giving us the update on the very successful Nimi plush pre-orders, saying we're going to begin shipping out the pre-orders shortly within the next few days. Thank you for waiting. All the while, Nimi herself had big, fun, exciting announcements as opposed to gloomy announcements. Oshi Spark here saying, calling all VTuber enjoyers, get ready to pack your bags because we're going on vacation. This summer, Nimi Nightmare, Doobie 3D, Ashton Martin, and Uni will be taking the stage in a special 3D concert. Join them on July 5th at the United Theater on Broadway in Los Angeles. And don't forget your pin lights. Ticket pre-sales start next Thursday with general sales on Friday. YouTube members and Twitch subscribers of the performers can register now for pre-sales. Doobie reacting with Choo Choo coming this summer, all while Ashton Martin would welcome the fans of those VTubers, stating I'm a roller skating rodent girl race queen who loves everything retro. Thank you for joining me on my idol journey. I can't wait to see you in July. That is now we're seeing the new Sunny Splosion with a brand new outfit debut. Sunny remarking, today was so special for me. I'm so glad you all love my new outfit as much as I do. One of those who appreciated the new look was fellow Glitch Stars member Mogu. This as Sunny alongside others will be part of the Dokumi V concert. Future Legends VT is excited to announce that the following talent will be participating in the Dokumi 2025 concert on Sunday at the VTuber stage. That being Sunday, June 8th. Oh, well, next up we have Rebby Rompin, your favorite Bubble Frog VTuber. This former Pixel Link VTuber giving us an update on Hatch Day schedule, letting us know their Hatch Day is coming up on May 6th and they're throwing a party. As also alongside is another former Pixel Link VTuber, that being Chiaki Katsumi, who may or may not have been a part of this Pixel Link Twitter account hijack, promoting their re-debut and giving us this reference sheet now, letting us know they are a Maine Coon hacker, and also letting us know if you missed the rebrand debut, there's also a surprise at the end as I got some debut merch. As further speaking about merch, we have the tactical VTuber Whiskey Project, whose first plush was 426% funded, and whose most recent plush was 5,071% funded, with over 10,143 plushes sold. This plush being so successful that some counterfeits have been discovered in the wild. Whiskey here with an official shot of the real plush, and officially also showing off this new virtual graves model, saying further, "Stop taking my spats away, please." And that's not all, as we also have Usan releasing a brand new cover of Monitoring, and their manager sharing the second anniversary collection, complete with standees, photos, cards, and more, alongside a Senpai student card only available in the bundle set. All the while, we of course have Casper Catassini, this secret agent now fully re-debuted, providing not only their brand new design from Hayama Fair, but also releasing a brand new music video of Ready Steady Go, which may include a very familiar cameo. As that is all for this episode, as always, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe below. Send in your VTuber news to our Discord, as we'll have more things VTubers say for you soon.